with the most, the blue lettuce monster, Screw Hammerton, baby. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Alright, so first things first, you can probably notice I am not in the Wumbo TV studios. I have unfortunately come down with a little sickness, and I am making sure to stay here in the meantime until I'm feeling better. Don't worry though, it's nothing serious. I just got the Optimus Prime that's going around. Every time I sneeze, I turn into a semi-truck. No big deal. Everyone gets it at some point in their life. I'm gonna be fine, and I'll be back in studio soon enough. But we've got a good show here for you today. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start it off with a little bit of a joke. My old, college stand-up routine, if you will. Why'd the boy climb up a tree with a hockey stick? 'Cause he wanted to join the Maple Leafs. Isn't that good? Ain't that good stuff? Ain't that some good shit? Alright, I'll let y'all laugh for a little bit. I'm gonna just pause, brush my hair, get a little better looking. Alright, now that you're all done laughing, we can go ahead and move on with the episode. So last game, the Tools got decimated, waxed by the Copperheads. It brings me joy to say that, but that's what happened. But I'm going to take the blame. I didn't tell the Tools how good the top Copperheads were. I almost call them Topperheads. That'd be funny, right? A couple of Topperheads out there. Hey, I got a little Topperhead. Alright, I'm getting back in stand mode. Sorry, folks. I didn't tell the Tools how good the top Copperheads were. That's on me. But this week, the Tools are getting back on track because they're playing that Fizzy team. What team? You know the ones. That fuzzy team. I think you have to say their name. Don't make me try to say their name again. Your handwriting sucks. You can't spell. I could put a pencil between my ass cheeks, squat over a piece of paper, and it would come out better than your chicken scratch, bud. But the people have to know who we're playing. You know what? They're the Warm Fizzy Fuzzies. That's who we're playing. That's their new team name. And you know what? The Tools are going to win big time today. I predicted a 6-0 game. Tools are pitching a shutout. Tools are getting back on track. Let's cut to the game. Let's go, Tools!
So the Tools were pumped up and ready to go as they were getting ready to take on the team Fyzical for the second time this year. Last time the Tools won pretty handily, and they're coming off a loss to the Copperheads, in which they got down big early, and the game ended up being a blowout. Hopefully the Tools are able to get everything back on track in this game here. Early on, definitely looked promising for the Tools. They were finally having their normal offensive attacks. They were finally clicking again after a rough game against the Copperheads. Things weren't perfect, but it was definitely encouraging to see them playing more like a team again, setting up more passes, and when they would make a shot on goal, they were pretty quick about trying to get the rebound. What was also good to see is, unlike against the Copperheads, Fyzical did not spend a whole lot of time down in the tool zone. Tools were playing hard and fast, and eventually in the first period, about halfway through, Mike was able to get up on the board, give the Tools a 1-0 lead early. It felt good and promising to see the Tools actually have a lead this time around to start off the game, instead of getting dug into a hole early. Unfortunately, putting an opposing team's player does not count as a goal. However, if it did, this probably would at least be a 5-point play. Joking aside, it was good to see the Tools keep up the fire and keep up their offensive attacks. They never really let up, never really gave Fyzical a chance to get back into it here in the first period. It wasn't turning into a blowout by any means, but it was good to see the Tools stay on the offensive and really work hard to keep Fyzical from getting any goals in that first period. We talked a lot about the Tools offense in the first period, but the defense played just as good. They didn't let in any goals, they didn't show any signs of being tired or anything like that. They fought hard, and they did a good job keeping Fyzical at 0. Especially coming off a tough game in which they gave up 8 goals. It was really, really good to see their goalie and defense putting up such a hard fight to start the game. During the second period, the Tools kept up their attacks. They kept garnering more and more shots on goal. However, I did notice Fyzical was starting to put up a little more of a fight around this time too. They were working harder to steal the puck. Their defense was cinching down harder on the goal to try to keep the Tools out. But the Tools didn't let that stop them. They didn't let any of the trick plays Fyzical tried to pull out get in their way. Tools just kept up the pressure and pushed and pushed and pushed. Eventually it all paid off as Megan was able to notch her first goal of the game and give the Tools a 2-0 lead in the second period. And with that, Megan is on a 2-game streak, having a goal in the game against Copperheads and a goal in this game. And the celebration was just as electric as the goal itself. With a firm lead, the Tools were doing everything they could to try to add on. They kept up the offensive pressure and were quick to get the puck out of their zone. However, an errant collision between Mike and Billy left the two temporarily stunned, giving Fyzical a chance to work the puck around the Tool zone. Even with two of their stars, seeing stars, the Tools did their best to keep the pressure on and keep the Fyzical out of their zone. During the second period, I don't know if it was side effects from seeing their two teammates smash into each other like two Mack trucks, but it did seem like the Tools were a bit off kilter as a team. Instead of making charges as a team, they were doing more one-on-one charges down the ice, which eventually did lead to Physical being able to sneak in a goal as they just overwhelmed the Tools' defense. However, the Tools didn't let it get them down, and they were able to shake off the cobwebs and get right back into their brand of hockey. Which it definitely was good to see them attacking the net as a team again, because that's when they find their greatest success. Starting off the third period, both teams did take heavy charges down the ice. Both teams really wanted to go bad, wanted to increase their lead, and eventually Mike did that, as he notched a goal to give them a 3-1 lead early in the third period. Down by 2 at this point in the game, Physical did try to turn up the heat, but the Tools were having none of it, and they pressured right back down to Physical's net, and that's where the majority of the third period stayed. Physical was putting up an admirable fight, but the Tools were firmly in the driver's seat, and they were not letting up. And the Tools even started playing a little more physical as they started trucking the other team instead of themselves. And while she didn't get back on the scoreboard this game, Megan did an awesome job intercepting passes and stealing the puck every chance she got. And anytime Physical got down into the Tool zone while she was on the ice, she was very quick to get the puck out of there. Tools were pushing hard to get that fourth goal, but Physical was not cracking under the pressure. The one thing that was good to see, like I said, they were definitely taking their form back like they had in the first period, back to Tools hockey. But their passes were getting crisper, they were picking up the speed and the pace, and they continued to charge as a team instead of trying to play individually. All of this just kept Physical overwhelmed, and they were struggling to keep pace. Eventually, Fyzical did start to make some mistakes. And these mistakes led to some penalties given to Tools, a nice little power play boost. Even with the lead and on a power play, Tools did not relent at all, and they kept attacking Fyzical. And eventually it did pay off, as Jeff was able to net a power play goal to give the Tools that elusive fourth goal and bring them to 4-1. Fyzical tried to get a goal in the waning seconds of the third period. Really hard, but they were unable to as the Tools won 4-1. This improved their record to 3-1 as they continue their quest for a cup.
Way to go, Tools! Way to go, Tools! Tools in the house! Tools in the house! Everybody acting like a fool with the tool in the house! That's what I'm talking about! You got back on track today, baby! Here we go! Tools are in the driver's seat once again, and Megabeast got on the board. 2-game streak, 1 hot streak, another goal. Let's give it up for the Megabeast. Round of applause. Round of applause. Alright. Tools did good. Megabeast, hell of a game. Hell of a game again. She's the boot kicker of the game. Right there. Megabeast. Boot kicker. Boot kicker. Megabeast. Boot kicker. Write it down. You have to pick 2 other boot kickers. You know what? I'll give it to the 2 poor souls that trucked into each other and just flayed each other out almost. Those 2 guys. They deserve it. In fact, let's have a moment of silence because their brains are surely concussed. They are concussed. Did you hear what I said? We're having a moment of silence. You disrespectful little piece of you know what? That's it. Episode over. I'm too mad. Come back next time when the Tools take on the Panthers. For now, this is Screw Hammerton, baby. Let's keep it going, Tools. Ready, set, action. Welcome, folks, to another episode of Over the Board. I already fucked everything up.